The dream is feeling very real now. The shock of what I've done has worn off, and my heart deepens further into gratitude every day. This, of course, also offers a lightening of the heart. With the legal contracts of exchange behind me, I am now the official owner of this gorgeous parcel of land. Like I said in an earlier episode though, I'll always think of myself as its caretaker rather than its owner, even though I may sometimes use the terminology of ownership for ease. Visiting completely alone for the first time was incredible. Without consciously intending to, I reflected back on all the pain I've survived to arrive at this point in myself, and couldn't help but release tears of joy, relief, and thanks. I'm not only grateful to have peeled back the layers to strengthen my sense of self-worth, but also to be walking again. While I still approach life from a very holistic perspective, including with my diet, it is also thanks to science that I am able to walk again, further than I have been able to for a couple of years. Having a personal support team makes a massive difference. I wouldn't be well if I was still pushing myself beyond my limits. I certainly wouldn't be walking. So I'm gradually building my new team here locally. I look at this piece of earth that I will be growing and healing with for years to come, and wonder why it was this exact location of all the choices on the planet. I don't wonder too hard though. I just trust the feeling I get when I'm there, and that is a deep sense of coming home, not only physically, but into myself. On this day, alone and walking gently over some of the land, I celebrated my ownership and the legal stuff being behind me. I greeted the land and thanked it for all we will share as I get to know it a little bit more. When I found this tree, which is not far from the house site, I had no doubt that I'll be spending a lot of time with it. Even though the land is not green like the subtropics where I was, there is still a beauty in it that makes my heart peaceful. The rainfall is much lower, and I'll certainly come to experience periods of drought with it. But at the moment, there is green underneath. It's just that the winter frosts have killed off the greenery on top. Closer to the trees, where the earth is a little protected from the icy nights, green cushions grow soft underfoot. The area around my tree is like this, and I imagine it in summer being a fabulous place for cooling off in the shade. Soon after the solo trip to the land, it was a visit with my daughter and our little dog. Every time I go there, I discover another amazing boulder or tree, a hidden nook or a different view. With over 30 acres to discover and only being able to do a little at a time, there is much to look forward to. My daughter and I both feel so alive when we're out there, so happy and connected. She even said as we drove back into town how she wished we were living there already. I know the feeling. But it's all a part of us both, growing into the dream fully. The air is dry and clean, so much that every single cell feels like it's opening to breathe it all in fully. There is often a breeze, being hilltop, but that's the only sound at times. Just my breath and the breeze. At one moment, it was so quiet that I heard the flap of a bird's wings pass overhead. My whole nervous system is saying thank you after years of living with background traffic noise. It's individual, but simple things can support us so much. I love the drive out of town towards our land. It's simple, but supports me every time. The weight from the last couple of months slides away as soon as I drive west. But the greatest feeling of relief comes the moment I drive through the gates I share with neighbours. That's when the whole world falls away. I drive into the valley where our land sits above. Granite boulders line the side of the road. Many are massive, and I wonder what their history is, the ancient history of this land that left such works of art behind. I also love how the road narrows, leading me home. The third visit to the land this fortnight was with a good guy called Rob, who is doing the earth moving to make our driveway all-weather accessible. It will be the first step of a long but hopefully beautiful journey ahead of making this place home. I don't know what the future holds for us here. I just know how I feel when I'm upon this patch of earth. And while fears surely surface as I embark on this adventure, There is also a part of me that just smiles and knows that everything will turn out just right in the long run, that I will know a true sense of home here like nothing before. It is a place I can breathe, where the world makes sense, and where I am connected to everything important just by being. We shape our lives by the decisions we make. Some are major ones, some minor. Either way, it is only by bringing consciousness to the power we hold in decision making that we can see our dreams realized. Thank you for sharing the ride with me as this dream of mine unfolds.